just a couple jokes to loosen us up for the evening. My dog's got no nose. How does it smell? Awful. Why
Awful.
why did the old man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Two fish are in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "How do you drive this thing?" A tank. Two mice are nibbling on a reel of 8mm film. One mouse says to the other, "I think the book was better." I got fired from my job as a cab driver. Apparently, my customers did not appreciate me going the extra mile past, their destination. How many optometrists does it take to change a light bulb? One or two? One or two? Do you like one or like two? The eye doctor. Speaking of fun, what was the time-consuming, tedious work that was boring and drawn out in the doing, but also necessary work that you could not do without to run Lee's Monroe Music? So what were some day-to-day things at your store that you had to do that you didn't really look forward to, but you needed to do to keep the place going? Just sort of like things that you don't really think to talk about, but that you had to do every day.
Well, you got to certain procedures you have to do every day. Open the door, turn the key, and where you want to start. Something
Yeah,
you just have to
How
do.
tedious do you want to get?
Right.
Count the drawer in the morning. How much money did you have in the drawer every day? Like $500 or $100 or
No, I
$100?
start off with $100 and change.
Now, throughout from 1959 when you opened your store in downtown Detroit, Monroe Music, and then till 1984 when Lee's Monroe Music and Lee's 2 both closed their doors, you always charge the same price for long playing and for what is it, $3.99, $4.99?
Well, right. The price was made by the manufacturer.
Yeah.
They have suggested retail price, and that was the time when everybody sold everything by retail price. Then big business came in. When I came here to the city, they had a store on the east side called Arlington, and my sister and brother wanted to go there. And I went there, and everything was so cheap because they sell in bulk.
That's how they get you that price.
And they can be able to sell cheap. And see, that was unfair to the businessman because, in fact, when they wanted to do that, I was against that, and people couldn't understand. I'm against.
Interesting.
I'm against unions.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair. It wipes out everything else. Okay, they get cost of living raise. Everybody doesn't get cost of living raise.
In every type of job.
And I tell you a good example, like when the hamburger places, McDonald's and all.
Fast food joints, okay.
Fast food joints, they was everywhere, right?
Right. Ubiquitous.
You can go in there and you get a Happy Meal.
Right.
You can't get a Happy Meal now. In fact, they ain't there no more. They went out of business. Why? Because the workers.
Oh, the local McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking about the small business. Some places are.
Oh, yeah. The hole in the wall.
Some people might get $100 a customer a day, and some might get $1,000 a day, a couple thousand. He's coming to big business here.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that, and what they call it, mom and pop stores.
Yeah.
When I came in, I didn't want to be at the mom and pop store.
You wanted to be bigger than that.
Right. That's why I worked as hard as I did, I guess. And so.
Always trying for the next level.
And then the prices start changing that you buy in bulk. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
But if everybody paying the same wholesale price, if you come to me and I just happen to have it, you go to you just happen to have it. But then you got people putting other people out of business because I can only sell you.
Yeah.
Because I can buy 10 times what you buy.
Yeah, from your position. Yeah, as a bulk
And that's what
purchaser.
the big stores did. They hurt the small businessman. And that's the same way with unions are. When the states and cities get raised and the manufacturers get raised, okay, but the poor person don't get a raise like that. He still has to pay the same amount for a loaf of bread that you do.
Right.
So that you still got a website, right? So
Right.
what they cause him gonna have to steal from you in order to make it.
Yeah, rob Peter to pay Paul, as it were. Yeah.
Right. And so I said it all the time. I could fix everybody. You do what you want to do that make you happy. If you want to sing, you get $100 a week. If I want to have my own business like that, I get $100 a week.
Yeah.
Everybody get the same thing. Then you won't have to steal from each other
Yeah.
because you already got it.
Right.
You know, the prices I went down were so low. I just use that as a price. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, I bring that up though that you had the same price for long playing and for singles for all those years. Did you have the same when you closed your store? You still every day open up have $100 in the drawer, or did you have more than that by the time if you remember all the way back?
Yeah, I had booked. Yeah,
No, I
well,
mean,
I'm just saying it's not the guesswork. Everything
Yeah.
is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Well,
I know how to count.
I want to see about the inflation though. Like 1984, by the 1980s, when you would open your store and you have count your drawer every morning, would you still have $100 in the drawer, or had it gone up since the start of the business?
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah.
If you got $100 in the drawer when
Right.
you start, every time you ring up the register tell you how much you spent, how much you put in the register. So you know how to count, right?
Right.
When you take out what you have sold today, in the drawer should be $100 in there, unless there's a lot of things can happen. You can get somebody too much change back. You could steal something. You could didn't count right. There's a lot of things, all the above.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? But you don't play games. You get people who qualify. Sometimes mistakes are made. Sometimes they're not mistakes.
Right.
And it tells you how many customers you have today. I can tell every time you open the register. Zero would walk up there. It's a tape. It's checking.
Balance. Yeah.
I keep saying that. Everything has to be that. And like the government, we should get all this money. Biden say he wants so many $100 million. He's sending it there. What they gonna do with that money?
And now the biggest expenditure on our budget is the interest on our national debt.
Well, but that's my point. But I'm just still saying they have run a game. Say I need to send you $100 million, and when they get that money, he gets kickback for getting it to you, and somebody get kickback, and all that kind of. The money doesn't get what goes supposed to be going to. My point is, it's crooked.
Right.
And that's what I've always said about the government.
Amen.
When the last time we had a balanced budget?
Right.
I can tell you when.
During Clinton, right? During
Oh,
Gingrich.
well, he was about the first. I think he was the first only Democrat that balanced the budget. Ronald Reagan balanced the budget.
Right.
George Bush balanced the budget, and it hasn't been balanced since. And that's why I voted for Ronald Reagan. I told you before that. Because when he ran for governor, everybody was talking about, he's a movie star. But he saved California from going into the Bay.
Amen.
And he balanced the budget.
Amen. I literally went through all of my notes ever last night, and I got like a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah?
And then I typed up more today because I'm always.
Every time it rains, it rains. Pennies from heaven.
Is it like a golden Oreo?
No,
Okay.
thanks.
I love these. Have you ever had them before?
Probably so.
It's a golden Oreo. It's like blonde.
I'm not too much of a cookie person. a cake. I like pies. You know, and then when I like them, I don't like the artificial, and I don't, you know, it, that's why I don't. You know, I'm just funny about that.
Do you like an apple pie?
Oh yeah, that's all I.
Oh, really?
And the chocolate. I only.
Oh, because we've been making them all the time at home. I better bring you one. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I used to close my store at 9 o'clock. One time, it was snowing. It was not be deep. Had to have this apple pie. I drove all the way to Baker Square. I don't.
Mm.
It's a Southfield and 10, 12.
The best. The best. The best.
And in the snow, to get an apple pie and a chocolate pie, and I would get this ice cream, and I would just, I had got up to 185 pounds, and someone hit my car, kind of dashed it, but it didn't hurt. It scared the hell out of me. I was in the silver anniversary Corvette. I never forget that. And I came all the way down, and I was in the traffic jam trying to get this damn apple pie. I love it. But you see, I never. A couple of times I went down in Greektown in the restaurant and buy a chocolate pie, cake down there. But you know, I don't like to do that. I don't know how long this been there. And they got a place at Easter Market too. I don't know.
Oh, Astoria, you're saying? Right down in Greektown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like that place, Astoria.
And in fact, the first time that we went down in Greektown and had dinner, I think, there's a gentleman, older guy, white guy, who worked in the office downtown. He walked by the store every day, and we got to be friends. And he was older than I was, and he lived down here at the building right back here.
Okay.
That building, I forget that. He was a senator who owned the building. I forget what it's called. He lived in, anyway.
Yeah.
We had him at our house for dinner, his wife, and they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have took us first. Anyway, we went down there and ate at the restaurant then. That's the first time I had ate down in Greektown. And we started eating at different restaurants at the time. And he was a nice guy. And but I don't know, he's probably checked out by now, you know.
Greektown, and this is sort of insider talk for, you know, people not from Detroit don't really care about this, but I have to say Greektown sure is a culinary mecca. I mean, it has been for a long time, consistently. I also like, have you ever gone down into Mexican Town?
Yeah, I used to eat down there. I flunked around all the places at the time when I was eating out. I would Japanese restaurant. It used to be in the Renaissance. And it used to be one on Bagley and Cass Avenue. We go down there, we had to take our shoes off, and we sit down.
Oh, wow.
And the guy, the cook, he would cut steak. I did all that, man. But I don't eat out now. You know, too many enemies out there, man. You know, people, they don't know. They look at what you done and take it out on me. You did.
Right.
So, hey, what I eat, I usually fix it myself. Sometimes I don't like it.
Well, you know, this I guess early afternoon when I first got in here to start setting up to film, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go and I grabbed some fast food. First place I went to messed up my order. They took like 10 minutes to make like a couple burgers, and they're like people standing around, people playing on their phones, and I'm like,
that's what it was.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not going to eat this. And then I get the sandwich, and they're cold, and I'm not like a Karen, they call it, but I couldn't help myself. I'm like, I don't want to get sick and then sit to try to record with you tonight. And I never do this. I went around, I'm like, man, I got a refund. And then I came back because we the last few weeks, or, you know, the last few times, we haven't eaten KFC beforehand. You didn't want any food. I was rude and I insisted. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I just wanted that certain thing. I don't eat out that much.
Yeah.
But the rib, I mean, not the rib.
The barbecue chicken.
Right.
At KFC.
I like the sauce. And that's all I would eat.
Yeah.
But I don't like to eat meat anyway, you understand? But I put it like that. Try to sack myself out, you know.
Right.
But I haven't had any in over a year, man. And I just, because I don't go down that far anyway.
You know, I'm always
But
reading.
you know, you brought, for
Yes,
my
sir.
birthday, 2 years straight, that's what you get. But man, the barbecue wings,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
The big box.
yeah, about that. And they don't sell it anymore. They get,
Yeah, the last time you wanted those and they had like the hot wings, it wasn't the same. You had to dip it. But I went around to the KFC here and I laugh because my joke is it's the finest KFC on planet Earth. Why? Because there's a little sign there and it says no refunds. We guarantee our work or something like that. In other words, probably too many people were trying to get free food or whatever it was. But at the same time, no refunds. Like, oh man, they better be perfect, I guess, or they must be, I suppose, if I'm trying to be nice.
But you know, my store was on Monroe there.
In Detroit, your record store.
Yeah, and next door to me, there was a Coney Island. And on the other side, there's another restaurant, you know, a little store, like one straight through, had little seats so high down the stoop that kind of. Anyway, the window, a regular window pane between inside and outside, right?
Right.
They had the loose hamburger, that tall, that high, piled up against the window pane. And I remember George Clinton came by and he was making fun, and I was so embarrassed.
From P-Funk.
Yeah, George Clinton.
Yeah.
And he was looking at the window of the food, and Lou Raw did the same thing. But anyway, I never would eat over there. Sometimes I would eat next door because the people know me.
Looking at the window at the raw meat against the window.
Well, I just didn't like eating at those places. When I eat downtown, I went to Hudson on the second floor, and I ate the same thing every day. It was a cheese, bread, and I think tuna, something inside. And I would eat the same thing every day because I don't like to eat out.
Yeah.
And when I was married, you know, we would go out to, my wife and I, to different places. Different places.
Right.
And all the restaurants and when they having something out for the entertainers at dinner, they would invite us.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But that's a sit-down dinner they would have. Yeah. But when they would have around the table fingertip food, I didn't like to eat that in with people reaching and everything, and sometimes people dipping. I just don't. I brush my teeth before I go, and I don't eat when I get back home.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm really into that. You know.
Well, speaking of food, I was trying to find because I had stuff here written about food. I have like a prompt. I have a prompt for just about everything prepared. The problem is finding it. You know, it's funny because last night I even like made extra notes on the side. But it's just when you just have so many notes, it begins to be the paradox of large numbers. You know, once things get to a certain size or volume, it or maybe it's here. I have enough notes to choke a pig.
Well, I used to write, man. I'd think of something, and I'd be writing. I had notes, everything. I'd be thinking about saying, thinking about.
Well, you wrote a book.
Write them down.
You wrote a book. Let's not forget, Lee Candied wrote a book, and I wish we can get our hands on the manuscript and republish it under your name because it was published under someone else's name and retitled against your wishes. So much good Oh, wait. Got these notes, too. I just have piles and piles and piles.
Man, I be looking for things. I take my glasses off, be looking for them. I can't sit on them. I got about 3 pair of glasses I've broken back there. You know.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go without reference. Just go cold, like an old pro. Actually, let me see how much. Speaking of being professional, okay, I'm gooch for now. Indubitably edible Lee. Indubitably. Ooh. Indubitably means correctly. So correctly.
That's what that means.
Edible.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Yeah, correctly. Like basically saying yes. Like indubitably. Like I agree. Like that's correct.
I heard somebody use that before. Indubitably.
Indubitably. Yeah.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. It's a fun word. Indubitably edibly. So correctly edibly, as it were. So you just said, and you said before, I remember, you're not a cookie fan. I think I've made chocolate chip cookies you enjoyed.
Oh, yeah. But they was made homemade.
Yes, sir.
Those were bought, wasn't it?
Oh, the Oreos are bought. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I said.
So I was gonna say, I'm a, I have a degree in culinary, which I hate mentioning because I learned a lot more just cooking at home on my own than I ever did in culinary school, and I want to shout from the rooftops, and almost to the shame of that school, to a great degree. And well, to their shame, and this is true. A month before I graduated from culinary school, we were making pate pork liver, cooking pork liver in class. And I used to work in Detroit, and my boss, he's half Lebanese, half Polish. And so his mother was the Lebanese one, and she was his babushka, he called her. And he always talked. She made the best liver. She's like, she makes the best. Like who brings it up, But like, I'm like, but the joke's always, it's like chopped liver. Like liver's not good.
Oh, it's not.
Well, no, people joke that it's not. You've had good liver?
Well, you see, I used to eat that with Keywell.
Florence Keywell.
Chopped liver. It
Okay.
was supposed to be. I had never had chopped liver until I came here.
And what did you think?
I loved it. And
Okay.
But
Right.
But I kept wondering about it. I just kept wondering about it. I can't.
Right.
That is liver, and I did some thing I ate some meat, but I can't eat that anymore, man. The liver, isn't that what?
It's a filter. But
that's all I'm saying.
You shouldn't feel so bad about the liver because it grows back. Like
But
even
that's
if
not
you
the
removed
point.
it from a
I
human,
don't
it'd
want
grow
to eat
back.
somebody else's filth.
You're right.
From the animal.
You're right. But at the same time, I am surprised that you found good liver. The reason why I say that, I have been on a quest ever since then. That was like the 20 teens or something like that. When I heard this, I always try to order liver. It's such a silly thing at restaurants, and I've never found good liver ever. And I'm surprised that you did. I kind of wish your place was around still.
I used to love liver when growing up as a kid. My parents would kill. We grew our own chicken,
Oh, so you had it at home?
Yeah, and so how many livers does a chicken have?
Oh, you had it from the farm at home.
Right, we grew everything you ate. You either killed it or you grew it or something.
So that had to be the best liver you ever had, because it was fresh, like the freshest.
No, it was so little. It was good, but you couldn't get but a little piece. How big is the liver? It was
for a chicken. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It was 5 in it. My mama, my dad, my brother. He's older than me. I had a sister that's older than.
Yeah.
And a sister younger, baby sister. So now, how many livers can you eat? I'm saying it was a delicacy for me at the time. So when I came here, okay, but I ate kosher thing with Keywell. They was taking me out of.
Because they were Jewish, yeah.
Right. And that's where the chopped liver came in. And I thought it was the best thing. Like, it was so good, And but I still, after, I don't know what happened. Well, it's not as big. I don't know. We used to go to the Esquire on Dexter.
Okay.
And they had a place on 6 Mile. And there was a place in Allen Park called Triangle. There's only
Okay.
2 places, 3 places I know that you can get kosher, real kosher food at, and that's why I would get my food, cause with the keywords. See what I'm
Right.
saying? But then I'm out of that bag because I think about liver. That's what is a filter. And I said that at home, but and my mother would eat a little bitty thing that the heart or something. In fact, they eat every damn thing. I mean, a pig, they eat,
Yeah.
they eat that too.
Yeah. The snout, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, pig feet.
Oh yeah. I had
Just
pickled
think what
pig's
they
feet
be
once.
stepping in. I'm just saying, I just can't do that.
Oh, I
I
don't
did
blame
it
you.
because that's the way it was, Dan, and you did what they told you.
Yeah. Honor
You
your
ate
father.
everything. But we know didn't eat poison, wouldn't eat nothing like that, weeds and nothing like that.
Right.
But
Conventional food.
I've tried to eat meat raw, and that really turned me off about it because it's the season. You take the season out of it and see what you think about it,
Yeah.
you know.
The
And
seasoning makes it. You're saying.
right.
Yeah.
So why not get something that don't even look like be the same thing? I eat vegetable
Yeah, and you're telling me in the
and
'90s you
fruit
started
vegetables.
drinking. Before then, you were drinking Ocean Spray cranberry 100% juice, and then in the '90s you switched to Ruby Red grapefruit juice 100% Ocean
Right.
Spray. Yeah.
And then I do this iced tea. This leaf iced tea, what's it called?
Oh, Pure Leaf.
Pure leaf, right. I drink that now. It doesn't have as much sugar in it. I don't
Yeah.
I don't usually use sugar. I don't even
That's the secret of your longevity.
I don't even buy sugar. Every now and then I buy something. Like I use honey.
That's why you've lived so long.
And I don't like wild honey either.
Oh, wild honey's better.
No,
I'm saying like local honey.
I don't want the wild honey. Because you know where the bees go, they eat everything, man. Do you know that?
Well, the ones I get, they plant them in like a clover field or this field. Like they plant it in like a.
I'm just still saying, but they were planted there, but bee go out flying, right?
Well, that'd be any honey then, right?
No, the other honey, the bees are they tame the inside.
Oh.
I don't buy, like they have wild salmon.
Oh, like farm salmon, you mean? Like.
Wild salmon is wild. I don't. That's people eat eat fish out of Belle Isle. You see the fish down there all the time, right?
Yeah.
I don't eat a fish out of Belle Isle. Not just Belle Isle, Detroit River. And see, and because you don't know what the fish is eating, right? Could be a dead person, could be your mother. I'm not no offense.
Oh, exactly.
Like Red Fox said, a man is born to be dead and buried.
Eventually,
Said, a man is born to be dead and buried. Said, when you die, they bury you in the ground. And here come a wind, blow against the trees, a plant, and hit a seed, and the seed blows, land on your head where your grave. And a plant grow up on your grave, eating food from you. Along come a cow, come along and eat the plant, and go down the next step, and he poop. And here come you step in it. So be careful what you step in. It might be a relative.
yeah.
Red Fox told that man, and I was.
That's brilliant. Well. Speaking of stepping in it, let's step into the legendary Lee Candied, and in fact, indubitably edible Lee. And today you were talking about cookies, and you were talking about liver as well. And a month before I graduated from culinary school, we were making a pate out of pork liver. and unfortunately, I got sick from eating it because we each student in our class made their own batch, but then we put it in a big container, and you weren't allowed to try it until it was in the container. So I just tried it from the community batch. So I tried something that someone else prepared, basically, and I went home violently ill. And it took me a year to get better. One of the things that helped me get better was ginger. I got real good with making stuff with ginger. It kind of screwed up my life because I wanted to be a chef, and suddenly I'm too sick to even like do any decent work, and I had to get I started working around food, but not quite as a chef. But anyways, I've got here two things you've had before: candied ginger, and then ginger snap cookies. Candied ginger is just ginger that's just been cooked in sugar and dried in an oven. That's all it is, just ginger. Very spicy. and these are ginger snap cookies. And I know you're not quite maybe a cookie person, but maybe you can try one, see what you think.
It sounds like getting sulfur. It's kind of spicy, yeah.
Yeah, it's ginger, sugar, water, 3 ingredients. It's just candied ginger cooked in simple syrup and then dried in an oven.
Kind of hot. Isn't that one be my top it?
What's that?
It wouldn't be one of my top that I would repeat. Like, give me some of that.
Yeah, because you're not drawn to something that's spicy all the time. Yeah, really good for your stomach though, because it's ginger. It's very, very healthy for you.
I didn't know it. What does ginger
Oh my
do?
word. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it helps you with your pains like arthritis and stuff, and it's good for your stomach.
Well, hey, I take a cup of that.
Yeah, I'll give you the bag.
For real?
Yes, sir. It's all yours. I make more all the time. I'm making more this
Oh, you
week.
made this?
Yes, sir. I just made it like
But what
2
I'm
days
saying
ago.
is, see, I wasn't wise on what ginger do for you.
Oh, it's a superfood.
But
Yeah,
see, okay, I take
it'll cut back on your. Yes, sir.
You don't have to tell me if it's good for you. I take it, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I see what happens.
Yes, sir. And because like I said, I
There was a little bit of help.
Yes, sir. No, I couldn't eat more than a meal a day for a year. I lost 30 pounds. I went back to my high school weight, and for better or worse, I've never gained back the weight. It just sort of like, it kind of screwed up my my life in a lot of ways. But ginger is something that brought me back to health. And these are, so ginger snap cookies, literally, it's just a molasses cookie with ginger snaps, or candied ginger added. And these are ginger snap cookies, just with pieces of candied ginger. That's all. Very simple.
It's tasty. You know, I can deal with all of this. It was healthy, good for you. You know, this is not bad. It's good.
Yeah, it's very wholesome. The ginger snap cookie. It's basically like a chocolate chip cookie of a molasses cookie. It's a molasses cookie with candied ginger bits added.
Something like maybe like oatmeal, the texture of it or something. Oatmeal, but it's good. I can eat this, but I can't eat a lot of cookies.
Well, here, I'll give you all. Yeah, because I made a whole bunch.
Okay,
so,
give me. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just wherever you want.
Next one.
But
It's good.
thank you.
You know what I eat? You know, to snack on? Chocolate. Hershey's chocolate square bars.
So milk, not dark, or either way.
Either way, the darker it is, the better it is for you.
Right.
So, but I eat that. I eat a package a night. And I eat that. I don't eat other sweet. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but, so I don't know.
Oh, I should say for clarity, right here is the recipe for the candied ginger, because I made a little video for it. And one day I need to make a video of how to make those cookies. but it's sort of my own recipe as well. And so, yeah. Well, I'm glad you were able to
These are
enjoy those.
good.
Thank you.
But food is not my main topic,
Yeah, of course.
and so I mean I eat to live.
But you don't live to eat.
Right. And but I like food. I mean, many days I forget to eat. My
Yeah,
employees would have
famously, infamously, yeah.
They would always remind me that I eat. Did
Right.
you eat? And I had to think. There's a couple of times since I've been here, I didn't eat for a couple of days, and I got a headache, and I had to go to the hospital.
Wow.
A couple of times, yeah, I had a big headache.
You just get in the zone, sort of.
Then I got weak. You know, it's just like today. What did I eat today? Nothing. I was going to get an apple. I ate apple this morning. Last night I ate three. I got 3 more apples left. All the apples you brought.
Yeah.
Only one was bad.
Yeah, the second
Only
apples
one.
are called, yeah.
But I ate all the rest. Just think how many there was.
Yeah, I'll bring more.
I'm just saying that that's what I like to eat on. But I do like chocolate. But I ain't a sweet thing. I'm gonna make banana pudding. I used to love that.
I didn't know
But
that.
I make it with honey.
Okay.
But I ain't made one in about 3 years, man. I brought some the banana cookies. The other day I got 2 boxes of them. I'm gonna make a big pan of them and save it. You know, I love that. And and while you honey and there's a lot of ingredients in it. That's what killed people, the ingredients and stuff. Am I right?
Yeah. Bad ingredients, yeah.
Yeah, I like to do salt and pepper and all that kind of stuff. I made some chili the other day. I saw a guy today put some kind of stuff on it. Not basil. I don't know what go where. I don't know what. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I only use salt and pepper. I like lots of pepper.
You know, it's so funny you say that.
And onion.
How do you say it? Before I went into culinary school, I'm always learning, always trying to learn about all kinds of topics I can. And I spent an inordinate amount of time learning about cooking before I went into culinary school. That's why I say I learned a lot more on my own than I ever did in culinary school. And I learned that every ethnic, every type of cultural type of food, they have like 1 or 2 or 3 spices that go with everything, that just kind of blend with everything. So I was working in Detroit, and I had this old Sicilian boss. You know, like his family, or maybe even he himself, came from the old country over here to America. You know, like they're fresh off the boat. And so, I'm like, he would know about his ethnic food. Mm-hmm. So I asked him, I said, hey, what 1 or 2 spices or seasonings do you like to add to your food? He's like, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
He's like nothing special. Yeah.
And garlic.
And garlic, okay.
You like lots of garlic. Put it in, and I just, sometimes I can eat eggs, but sometimes I can't do that, I used to could, but it's kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah.